Okay, so I ordered some maintenance items: fuel filter, oil filter, air filter, and I'm going to be trying to do those maintenance items as well as changing the oil, the differential oil, and the transmission oil. So let's get started. Okay, so here is the fuel filter. I'm hoping this will be an easy swap. Looks like I just have some barb fittings and just slide the fuel line on there. Oil filter, it's a regular spin-on oil filter. This is what I'm going to use for the differential, front and rear. I don't know how much I'll need, so I bought two. These diffs are very tiny. They're literally like the size of your hand, so I'm hoping that's plenty. This is the air filter. I don't know the condition of the old one. I probably should have checked before I ordered it, but I figured it doesn't hurt. If the other one's brand new, I'll just have it spare. And the 10W30 oil for the engine. By the way, I got all these parts from Right Hand Drive. They came from Canada. The oil filter is actually a very common oil filter for Honda powered equipment like riding mowers and whatnot, so, and even motorcycles. So for those out there, you could order based off of this 15400-PR3505, or actually this bottom one here, the PLM A01. That's the cross-reference item, and there's you can find a ton of these on eBay for half the price, but you know, hindsight is 20/20. So all right, thank you. Okay, so I just want to show you where under the car here. Sorry. Okay, so that right there is the oil pan for the engine. So that's the drain plug right there. That's actually the dipstick that snakes up. The rear diff is actually over here. And sorry, it's hard to get a good angle, but so I already put my socket on there. That's the fill plug, and down there is the drain plug. And it looks like you use a 3/8 drive. It's not a hex head or anything like that. It just has a square recess. And at first I was scratching my head because I thought it was a hex drive, like a socket. A hex head cap screw, and it turns out that it's just to use a 3/8 drive like this. Actually, yes, 3/8 drive, right? So that should be able to take that off, and let's get to it. It looks like the rear diff took a quart. I opened the second quart thinking that there's still more to go, and the minute I put the first squirt in there, it started leaking out. So 1 quart for the rear diff. I'm assuming the front diff will be equal or maybe even less, because it looks even smaller than this one, but so we'll try that next. Alright, we're under the car, so for the front diff we had to lift the car up. We couldn't get access to it because it's too far. It's kind of like underneath the seats in the cabin, so it's too far in. And so basically there's the diff. You could see that's the drain plug, that's the fill plug. So looks like, again, the drain plug looks like it uses a 3/8 socket, or I should say 3/8 drive, and then this is probably a 17 millimeter, just like the rear diff. So let's get started. Okay, so next we're gonna do the engine oil. Oil filter is right there. It's just a spin-on style oil filter. Easy access. Once you get, I did have to put the back of the car in jack stands so that I could get to the oil filter. To get to the oil pan, I really didn't need to do jack stands because it is right there. That's the drain plug, right ahead of the rear axle.
Ryan Little.
Okay, so I came across an issue when I went to remove the old oil filter. This is the tool I have for my oil filter wrench, and it's adjustable. As you tighten it, it'll clamp around the different diameters, and it's still way too big. I mean, the filter's got probably like an inch gap once it's in here at its smallest. So I'm either gonna have to go buy one that adjusts to a smaller size, or maybe I could buy one that's more like a socket that I could put on a socket wrench and try to do that. So I have to step out, see if I could get that, and finish the oil change. Okay, so I went to Advanced Auto Parts and I got this. It's a 67 to 65 millimeter oil filter wrench or socket, and I couldn't use this to get it off. It was just whoever put the oil filter last time really put it in there really tight, so I had to use my channel locks to get it off. But this is the right size, and it screwed on the new filter without a problem. So next, as far as the oil, like I said, it was 10W30 oil. I had some from an older Infiniti I used to have here, so I still had some here. It takes 2.7 liters. I had this, I guess this is a 5-liter jug, so but I only had 3.7 liters in it, so I just used enough so I would check the level here. So I figured once I have 1 liter left, I have 2.7 in the oil pan. So next I'm gonna try the change the oil filter. I'm sorry, the fuel filter. and then after that the air filter.
Brian Little.
Japan.